one of my things is I think it's a concept that's probably been around for quite a while. It's just new terminology for things that we have been using in the past, and they've probably just gone about defining things a little bit better than what we have in the past. But more importantly is, have you been able to take that tactical periodization model and implement it into the current environment you find yourself with the senior men's team?
Yeah, I think I've definitely taken concepts from tactical periodization and implemented it into our current situation. But I wouldn't say that I've used the exact model that they outline in a lot of the articles and books that are out there. I think that model doesn't fit our situation, but there definitely are concepts from tactical periodization that I implement quite strongly. And I think one of those, from a physical standpoint, is obviously just trying to give themes to certain days across the week. So there's a concept in tactical periodization called horizontal alternation, which forms a big basis of designing your weekly microcycle, or as they call it, morphocycle. And that essentially is just trying to manipulate the different stimulus across the week so that you aren't training or overtraining a certain stimulus more than once in a week. So I think that's probably one of the major concepts that I've taken from tactical periodization and tried to implement it in my situation.
Yeah, sure. If you when you say different stimulus every session, what are your main themes in different sessions? If you could maybe give us a little bit of insights into that.
Yeah, so we've obviously identified three major contraction types, which will be a change of direction stimulus. The second one will be more of a speed emphasis. The third one will be more of an endurance emphasis. The fourth session will be a match emphasis. And yeah, we just take those concepts and apply it to different days in the week. And try and overload certain metrics or output stimuluses based on that actual theme for the day.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think with tactical periodization, we could probably talk on for a couple of hours, but I think that gives everyone a general idea of how you've implemented and your thoughts on it. But with that tactical periodization, I know you use triphasic type work quite a lot, or the system quite a lot. Can you give us a bit more insight on how you implement that together with tactical periodization into your programming?
Yep. So yeah, triphasic training, I find matches up, or can match up quite well with the tactical periodization, in the sense of how I've broken down the different themes or stimuluses per day. So there's obviously different across the week of a triphasic cycle. There's again an undulating theme to it. So one day you'll have a triphasic emphasis or stimulus, which will be your eccentric or isometric contraction. So I try and pair that up with the same stimulus that we're going to receive on the field, or overload on the field. So that's typically going to be a change of direction day. Then in the triphasic model, you'll also have a high intensity day, which is generally going to be your normal concentric day, but at higher velocities or at a higher percentage of your 1RM. So I generally try and pair that up with our speed-based day within a week. And then the third type of session in the undulated model of the triphasic model is more of a higher volume day. And that day in the gym, I try and pair up with our endurance day on the pitch. So in that sense, I think the triphasic implemented, I think it actually combines quite well. Trying to get the same stimulus on the same day, whether you're on the pitch or in the gym.
That sounds good. I know with the triphasic model, Carl Dietz is the guy who came up with it, and he's got like 2-week blocks for each different contraction type. Is there a way that you have implemented where you can use triphasic, but on different days, like you said? What are your thoughts on implementing a eccentric day, so on and so forth? Is the effects the same as a 2-week, or do you feel that there are some differences?
Yeah, I think I have used both models. The other model that you're talking about was something that I trialed a while ago when I was with the rugby team in South Africa. And what we did with that was I used an eccentric day on a Tuesday. I then had an isometric day on a Thursday, and then I had a concentric day on a Saturday, for example. So we used all three muscle actions within 1 week as opposed to extending them for 2-week blocks. And at that stage, I did quite like the idea. I think at that point it worked quite well. But recently, I think I prefer more so the 2-week blocks of each stimulus, and transitioning from an eccentric block to an isometric block to a concentric block.
Okay, awesome. Well, Robs, I know recently we've just uploaded a youth program and you did most of the work on that. Do you want to share a little bit on that and the benefits you find on youth strength and conditioning, or should youth actually be doing strength and conditioning? I know it's on the tip of a lot of people's tongues that they're really scared of implementing strength and conditioning at a young age. We are of a different opinion because we have done a lot of the research and we know that that is not the case, and it should be implemented as soon as possible under controlled environments with experts that know what they're doing. But yeah, do you want to give us a little bit of insight into that program that's been just uploaded?
Yep. So it's a program which is based on the 1x20 method, which has been popularized by Dr. Michael Yesis in the United States. And what it essentially is one set of 20 reps for a different number of exercises. So in one session, you can kind of have up to 35 exercises. It's a full body program working general sort of prep exercises right up to special strength exercises as well. And I think it's just a great way, it's a great method of introducing weight training or strength training to youth athletes, because the whole idea behind it is that it is a low stimulus to the athlete. And although it is a low stimulus, the benefits or research has shown that the adaptations are very, very good. One of the other advantages of it is that you can obviously start at body weight level. So for youth athletes, I think it's great. I mean, it does give you an opportunity to master the technique of an exercise, just because there are a lot of reps that you're doing. You've got 20 reps to try and master the technique of a certain exercise. So as a youth athlete, I think it's probably one of the best methods of introducing strength training around.
Awesome. Yeah, so those who haven't seen the program, you can log on to our website. Super cheap at the moment, so go grab it before the price goes up. But yeah, so we're just going to start wrapping up, guys, because we want to try to keep it to as short as 10 minutes as possible. But one of my last questions is, same as what you asked me, is any resources that you would advise anyone to go after, or your favorite resources to go look at?
Yep, I think I'll keep it specific to what I've spoken about. So just in terms of tactical periodization stuff, there's quite a good website called Hammer Media, which is based on Dr. Bondarchuk's theories, but they do have a lot on there on tactical periodization. So as a website, I'd probably recommend that one. And then in terms of the triphasic stuff, obviously the book by Dietz, Triphasic Training, is a great resource. So I think I'll probably recommend those two based on what we've spoken about today, if you want any more additional information.
Awesome. Cool, Rob. Thank you very much for your time. Next week, we'll have other people on. We'll have Sarah and Ruan joining us next week. But yeah, Rob, thanks for your time, and yeah, we'll see everyone next week.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.